All right, moving on to a pretty crazy segment.
Yeah, let's figure out where this surgeon's from.
Where do you think he's from?
Florida.
Oh man, you are not right this time.
Oh.
I mean, that's a great guess. He's actually from Texas, yeah. So I saw this news article pop up about this guy who was arrested for practicing medicine without a license, which basically means it's a non-doctor posing as a doctor. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. Well, he was posing as a plastic surgeon, allegedly. This is all allegedly. Yeah, so I called him the plastic surgeon impersonator because he was impersonating a plastic surgeon. So this guy is from Houston, and he was working at one of these, my favorite places, the plastic surgery mills.
Okay.
This one was the Houston Aesthetic Center, which I think is still open. And so what happened was this facility, and specifically this, what they call him doctor, got a lot of complaints to the Texas Medical Board about botched operations. And so the Texas Medical Board figured out that this guy, his name's Alexander Padilla, doesn't have a license, medical license. And so if he doesn't have a medical license, it means one of two things. He either came from another state as a doctor and didn't get a medical license, or he's just not a doctor at all, and he's impersonating a doctor.
Oh, so could it be possible that he went to school?
I mean, it could be possible.
But he just didn't pass.
But it wasn't that. No.
He didn't even.
Yeah. So this is a pretty crazy story. So, so the Texas Medical Board then contacted the police, and they set up a sting operation, and they had an undercover agent go there and posing as somebody who wanted plastic surgery and wanting a breast augmentation, and saw this guy, Alexander Padilla, who said, yeah, I've done tons of breast augmentation surgeries. I'm happy, we'll do your surgery. It'll be $7,500, which is kind of crazy because, you figure if this place is really shady, that the prices would be really cheap, because who would pay top dollar for crazy, plastic surgery by a non-doctor? Mm-hmm. That's pretty expensive, $7,500. I mean, that's pretty, I think ours are a tiny bit more, but it's the ballpark of what we charge as somebody who's a true expert in this. Anyway, I thought that was crazy. So yeah, so they arrested the guy, for practicing.
I wonder how they did it.
It's a sting, man. It's like a sting
operation.
operation.
In my head, I'm thinking of this lady police officer with her chest out, and then he's okay.
Totally. That's how it went down. Yes.
And then he's like, okay, it's gonna be $75, and she's like, you're under arrest, with
yeah, $7,500.
Topless.
Where'd she keep her handcuffs, right?
That's so extra. That's so dramatic.
Sarah always brings up the things I didn't think about that, but right, it's where did the girl keep her handcuffs?
She's
right?
just pulls out her freaking cop thing, her detective badge.
Meanwhile, the true story is she was in for a consultation. She fully clothed, and she was like, okay, now you're going to jail.
But no, I think I did say that the guy did a breast exam on her. So it was it's those things where you go full on, you're going diving deep.
Because they had to prove that
they had to prove that it was happening, right? All right, so they arrest this guy.
What a creep.
And so come to find out, this guy's real kind of background is he's a CST, which is a certified scrub tech. So he's a scrub tech. So in the surgery, so for those who don't know, when I do surgery, there's me, the surgeon. There's the anesthesiologist, which puts the patient to sleep. There's the circulating nurse, who their job is to help get the patient ready for surgery and go and get suture or instruments or whatever we need. And then there's a scrub tech, which the scrub tech basically hands me the instruments. All right. So this guy's a scrub tech, but he was posing as a surgeon at this facility, which is just mind-blowing, because that's a felony. I mean, this is a felony especially if you cause harm to someone impersonating a doctor or a surgeon. We're talking felony charges here. It's wild. And so I had to look up this facility, because I was like, what?
Yeah, because I'm
what kind of place?
Did they not do a background check on this dude?
Well, they had to know. I mean, the guy's on the webpage. So throw up that next picture there, Travis. So this is from their webpage, which is still up, and that's the guy that got arrested on the right, and it's in Spanish, and so I translated that, because one, I speak Spanish, but two, it's easy to hit Google Translate, and it talks about him being a scrub tech. It doesn't say that he's a surgeon, but apparently he was doing surgery there.
Well, they don't even, usually websites, when they talk about doctors, they put their Like how you say it says MD
Yeah,
after
right.
your name. Like usually that's how doctors' names are written out with their like I
Right,
forget what
with
they're
all their
called.
credentials on it.
Yeah.
So I looked at these other guys. So one guy, Dr. Giraldi, get a load of this. He's an internal medicine doctor.
And he is a plastic surgeon.
No, he's not a plastic surgeon.
I know, but he's a plastic surgeon.
He's doing cosmetic surgery as a internal medicine doctor at this facility. And then the other guy, Dr. Rivas, he's a general surgeon. I mean, at least he's a surgeon, but did not train in plastic surgery. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, there are problems with the laws in a lot of states, and Texas included, that.
And then I guess they're probably a facility that does
Right.
in-house.
Exactly.
surgeries.
Right, Sarah, you're so smart. Yes, these people can get privileges at a hospital or an accredited surgery center to do these like procedures,
Yeah.
because they're not. In order to get privileges at an accredited hospital or accredited surgery center, you have to train at a program that's ACGME, which basically is the governing board for what programs are legit, and you have to have a board certification in plastic surgery, which to get that you have to train at an ACGME program. So none of those guys. Even the
Well, it sounds like they cater to a certain demographic.
I don't know.
So
I mean,
that's really, it's almost like
it's-
they're preying on people's ignorance.
like they're preying on people that are vulnerable.
yeah,
they are.
That-
I mean,
there's like a verbal barrier.
Right.
So it's like they want to go to these doctors because they speak Spanish and all of that. So it's easier
I
to
speak
communicate.
Spanish.
Yeah,
just
but
kidding.
it's like it's
I
easier
do,
to
but-
communicate with what you want,
Yeah.
et cetera, and they feel more comfortable. But at the same time, it's like they're just preying on this
Right.
demographic. It's gross.
I mean, I assume that this place will have to be shut down because
It should.
they were letting a non-surgeon do surgery. Like that's I have to assume that something else is going to happen outside of just this one guy gets arrested. I mean, I don't know how they would allow this facility to keep running when they do something like that. But the problem is like there's just it's difficult, right? Because they don't. It's not like a hospital that the government can come shut down. Like I don't know how. That's why I say that there's not a lot of protection against places like this. And we've talked about
That
this.
is so weird.
We've talked about this a million times, that what an office does to someone who gives consent for it's very broad. I mean, you got an internal medicine doctor doing surgery. I mean, that's insane.
It almost kind of reminds me of like back in the Old West, like dentist
Yeah, right.
doing surgery. Oh,
Yeah.
you got a bullet wound and I need to pull a tooth out?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, pull your horse up.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I'm gonna kind of follow that story and see if anything else shakes out of that. It's kind of wild, and it's kind of scary that it's happening in our backyard. You said Florida, and we've seen stories like I don't know if we've seen a story this bad where like a non-doctor was doing surgery
Yeah.
at like
I want
a
to find
facility.
out about that doctor that murdered somebody in the bathroom at a.
How did we find out about that?
You.
No, I know. What were you asking? Did whatever
Like,
happened?
I want to know what happened to him.
She's in jail for murder. I mean, I'll look it up. I forgot about that. Yeah. I mean, that guy. I mean, I shouldn't say. Yeah, because I don't know.
They said that it wasn't like for sure or something. Like they could.
I mean, they have video of him entering the building when the guy died, and him exiting with a big tarp with something wrapped, like the tarp wrapped around something,
Yeah.
which you assume is a body. And they found the guy's blood in his car. I mean, I'm not like a lawyer, but it sounds like a pretty open and shut case. I'll look that up. Yeah.
Real quick too,
Yeah.
Cindy Herman, she said she's 100% out on the trench foot segment. She said, just saying.
My wife hates feet, so.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, she's got a phobia. I can make her cry by putting my feet on her.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah.
That's
Trench
interesting.
foot.
You have to
Yeah.
sleep with socks.
No, but I'll put my feet on her, like she'll start kicking me. Yeah, it gets violent. Yeah,
It gets violent.
yeah. If I like hold her down, put my feet on her, she'll cry like tears, like the whole thing. I mean, I wouldn't do that, but I mean, I have like maybe once or twice, like big tears.
Halloween would be the perfect time to play like a foot prank on her. Like a cut off foot and like put it in a punch bowl and she like get.
No. What if you went for Halloween next year? It's just a big
A
foot.
big foot. I don't know. I don't think she would like that. My
be
wife, she's kind
terrible.
of got a weak stomach too. Like one time, it was so fun.
And she's in the medical field too. She's
Yeah,
covered in
well, it's
stuff.
weird. Like, she can do like surgery. Well, she didn't do surgery anymore, but when she was an OBGYN, she was doing surgery. It's fine. But then one day we had a turtle in our yard, and like the side of the turtle was making her vomit. It was so funny. Like, I mean, granted, it was a scary turtle. Like, it was a snapping turtle, right? So they're like prehistoric looking. And my wife's like, like toads. Like, she will.
Like stuff that
Yeah.
it's just like
That's so
creepy.
funny.
I mean, I
thinks
guess,
she
like-
thinks feet are creepy.
The turtle was just disgusting.
Dude, it was so-
I've never heard of that reaction to a turtle.
Oh my god, it's so funny. I think I have a video somewhere of her like
All I
getting.
can think about are those cat videos. Whenever you like give you
Yes.
show like a cat like something you're eating, and like the cat goes like that, and it like makes the noise. Yeah.
Oh my
The
god.
cat- The cat will just like lightly smell the food.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
just,
I love my wife to death, but certain animals, man, like just set her off. One time I was walking.
I'm guessing snakes too.
Not as bad, but like
That's wild.
we get those little newts, I guess, or
Little lizards?
they're not lizards. They're newts or geckos. They're geckos.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
They're
like,
kind of like white sometimes.
yeah, they're white or peach color. So we get them all over our house. And one time I was
Same.
walking through the door and one fell and it landed on my neck and it started like running around my neck. And she freaked out. I thought she was gonna like have a heart attack.
She's like, burn it, burn you too.
He's like, I'm gonna have to divorce you now. You got a gecko on you.
Oh,
But
God.
anyway, yeah, the turtle incident that's probably my favorite.
That's funny.
Even like if I talk about the turtle, she's probably at home gagging right now.
She's
thinking
already
about
turned it off.
Yeah, she's like, I'm not hearing about that turtle.
She's like, unsubscribe.
Next week I'm gonna bring a picture. I took a picture of the turtle. It was a very scary turtle, but I don't know.
I can see that. Like just creepy stuff
Yeah.
makes her gag.
Yeah,
That's
it's
hilarious.
So funny.
Creepy
Yeah.
things.
Interesting. We got off on a tangent there, but yeah, the feet. Yeah. Anyway, pretty crazy case. I'm gonna follow up on that because it'll be interesting to see what happens. I mean, just getting these news reports from these various outlets are talking about. It's still kind of early, so there might be some more stuff shake out from that. But yeah, you got to be careful. Like, so what's to learn from this? I mean, you got to do your research. Like, if you're gonna have surgery, you have to make sure that your surgeon is actually a doctor. Number one, that's important. But also very important is make sure they're board certified. And board certified in the specialty for which you're having done. If
Is
it's
there
plastic,
like a website you can go to?
yes, there
Yes,
absolutely
that-
is. The American Board of Plastic Surgery. You can look it
Yeah.
up. So if you go like put my name in there, it says yes, Dr. Herman's actually a board certified plastic surgeon. He's legit. So that's a great resource and a very good point. Sarah, thank you. That's why we have you here, among many other reasons. So. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really, really do appreciate it. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Leave us a comment. We want to hear from you. We'll see you next week on Nip Talk. Bye-bye.
Bye.